Talks between US and Russian officials on a possible peace deal in Ukraine are underway in Saudi Arabia, originally planned to take place simultaneously to enable shuttle diplomacy, with the United States going back and forth between the delegations. The talks are now taking place one after the other. In fact, US officials have already met their Ukrainian counterparts and are now meeting the Russians. Reports saying the separate meetings are witnessing discussions on details of a pause in long-range attacks from both Russia and Ukraine against energy facilities and civilian infrastructure, as well as a halt on attacks in the Black Sea to ensure safe commercial shipping. Ahead of the talks, in a press briefing, the Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said Russia and the US have a common understanding on the need to move towards a settlement to end the war, but added there are still many different aspects that need to be worked out. He further said that ongoing negotiations between Moscow and Washington are focused on technical issues, including the security of shipping on the Black Sea. The meeting is expected to be followed by another contact between US and Ukrainian teams. The Ukrainian and US teams finished up late on Sunday night. In a post on social media, the Ukrainian defense minister, meanwhile, Umerov, who is leading the team of negotiators, described the discussion as productive and focused, addressing key points including energy. In fact, he added that Ukraine was working to make its goal of a just and lasting peace a reality. And the Trump envoy, Steve Witkoff, voiced optimism that any agreement struck would pave the way for a full-on ceasefire. Meanwhile, things remain tense on the battleground. Ukrainian officials said a Russian drone attack overnight killed 3 civilians in Kyiv, including a 5-year-old girl and her father.
No utilities there whatsoever, no working water.
Ukraine Air Force saying it intercepted 57 drones out of the 99 launched. Ukraine is also retaliating, with the Russian military saying 28 drones were intercepted overnight. 12 downed each other over the border Kursk region and the southern Russia Rostov region. The remaining 4 were destroyed over Crimea, the Krasnodar region and the waters of the Sea of Azov. Ukraine also saying it has destroyed 4 military helicopters in Russia. And with us on the broadcast this minute is Ahmad Al-Brahim, Saudi political analyst and US-Saudi relations expert. Thanks very much for being here. Let me begin by asking you for your assessment of the latest coming in at this point, and how optimistic are you really about these talks?
Well, it came, first of all, thank you, and thank you for your viewers for having me. Definitely, it is a very complicated issue, but as you mentioned in your report, the intention of the US and Russia is to move forward. The technicality is the most hardest thing to agree upon all the parties. We do understand there is a settlement before the settlements that need to be done. That's why we see these little bit aggressive attacks is happening at the end. But as long we have them here in Saudi Arabia and the talks are actually somewhere going forward, and it's to be honest with you, it's not as optimistic you would think, but at least there's a roadmap that everybody is taking, and everybody is putting stake in it, and everybody is trying to offer what they can offer in order to make this peace to come alive. So it's going to be a very bumpy road. However, the intention is all there from all parties involved is to make this a successful peace resolution.
Right. As far as the critical issues are concerned, the security of shipping in the Black Sea, of course, is a major one. Outline for our viewers how significant that really is and what the major hurdles possibly could be.
This is one of the things that we are battling in this area, and probably it's affecting the whole world, is the logistics and what's happening, the security on the Black Sea and what it translates on the region, and basically all the ships that's coming to the region, and the safety and the security of this, which is translate in the expense of the products, the timing of getting things and goods, arriving to these kind of destinations, all these kind of things plays with it, especially with the inflation is also hitting all these kind of things. So this is one of the major issues that need to be security. Everybody needs to basically define their sea borders, I would say, in order to, maintain all the security around the world. So this is one of the most important elements of the basically transition of this peace talks in order to take place. Also, let's not forget, this is how it will translate in basically easing up the economic sanction on Russia, that it's definitely the first thing on the Russian agenda to solve.
Indeed, as we continue to monitor those developments, thanks very much for joining us with those perspectives as those talks continue. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.